The studio lights dim just enough to set the mood, and a soft winter theme fills the background. The Snowman Show begins with a playful jingle, and the audience already senses something special is about to unfold. Two familiar figures walk onto the stage, their presence instantly electrifying the atmosphere. Taehyung and Jungkook, Taekook, step into frame with effortless charm, their chemistry already sparking before a single word is spoken. Taehyung glances around the set, pretending to be overly impressed by the snowman decorations, his dramatic expression drawing laughter from the crowd. Jungkook, standing beside him, can't help but smile, shaking his head as if he's used to this kind of playful exaggeration. Their dynamic begins to unfold naturally, like two best friends who don't even need a script to create magic. As the host introduces a game involving winter-themed challenges, Jungkook leans slightly closer to Taehyung, whispering something that instantly makes Taehyung burst into laughter. The camera zooms in just in time to catch the moment, their shared joke becoming an unspoken bond that fans can't help but adore. It's these small, fleeting interactions that make everything feel so genuine. The first challenge involves decorating a mini snowman as creatively as possible. Taehyung immediately takes the lead, grabbing random props and placing them in the most unconventional ways. Jungkook watches him for a moment, amused, before joining in, though his approach is more careful and detailed. Their contrasting styles create a hilarious yet oddly harmonious collaboration. Taehyung suddenly insists on giving the snowman a fashionable look, adding oversized accessories that barely make sense. Jungkook laughs, trying to fix the chaos while also encouraging Taehyung's creativity. Their hands brush briefly as they both reach for the same item, and for a second, everything slows down. It's subtle, but the moment lingers. As the game continues, Jungkook playfully criticizes Taehyung's design choices, teasing him with a grin. Taehyung responds with exaggerated offense, placing a hand over his chest as if deeply hurt. But his eyes betray him, sparkling with amusement. The audience watches, completely captivated by their playful back and forth. When it's time to present their snowman, Taehyung confidently steps forward, describing their creation as a masterpiece of modern winter art. Jungkook tries to hold back his laughter but eventually gives in, his shoulders shaking as Taehyung continues his dramatic explanation. Their laughter becomes contagious, filling the studio with warmth despite the icy theme. In another segment, they are asked to act out a short winter scenario. Taehyung immediately immerses himself in the role, pretending to be lost in a snowstorm. Jungkook joins him, playing along but adding his own twist, turning the scene into a comedic rescue mission. Their improvisation flows so naturally that it feels less like acting and more like a glimpse into their shared imagination. At one point, Taehyung pretends to slip, and Jungkook instinctively reaches out to steady him. The gesture is quick, almost automatic, but it doesn't go unnoticed. Taehyung pauses for a moment, looking at Jungkook with a soft expression before quickly turning it into another joke. Still, the sincerity of that split second stays with viewers. The show shifts into a quiz segment, testing their knowledge of winter trivia. Jungkook becomes surprisingly competitive, answering questions with determination. Taehyung, on the other hand, seems more interested in making Jungkook laugh than winning. He intentionally gives ridiculous answers, earning playful scolding from his partner. As the rounds go on, Jungkook starts to lose focus, distracted by Taehyung's antics. He tries to stay serious, but every time he looks at Taehyung, he breaks into laughter. It's as if Taehyung has this invisible ability to pull him out of any serious moment, turning everything into something light and joyful. During a break, the camera captures them sitting side by side, slightly away from the main set. Taehyung leans closer, resting his head briefly on Jungkook's shoulder before pulling away as if nothing happened. Jungkook smiles softly, not reacting dramatically, as if it's a perfectly normal occurrence between them. The next game involves building a snow structure under time pressure. This time, Jungkook takes charge, guiding their strategy with surprising focus. Taehyung follows along, occasionally getting distracted and adding unnecessary decorations. Their teamwork is chaotic but effective, a perfect reflection of their dynamic. At one point, Jungkook gently corrects Taehyung's placement of a piece, guiding his hand slightly. The touch is brief but filled with an unspoken understanding. Taehyung looks at him for a second longer than expected, then smiles, continuing the task with renewed enthusiasm. As the countdown nears its end, they both rush to finish their creation, laughing and shouting over each other. When time runs out, they step back to admire their work, breathing heavily but clearly proud. Their high five turns into a playful handshake, followed by more laughter. The host comments on their incredible chemistry, and both of them react with shy smiles. Taehyung makes a joke to deflect the attention, while Jungkook simply nods, his expression warm and genuine. It's clear that their connection speaks louder than any words they could say. In a quieter moment, they are asked to share what makes winter special to them. Taehyung talks about the feeling of warmth despite the cold, his voice soft and thoughtful. Jungkook listens intently, his gaze fixed on Taehyung, as if fully immersed in his words. When it's Jungkook's turn, he mentions how winter feels more meaningful when shared with people who matter. He doesn't say much more, but his glance toward Taehyung says everything. It's subtle, almost fleeting, but it carries a depth that resonates deeply. As the show begins to wrap up, they participate in one final playful activity, throwing soft snowballs at each other. What starts as a simple game quickly turns into laughter-filled chaos. Taehyung chases Jungkook around the set, both of them completely immersed in the moment. Eventually, they slow down, standing side by side again, slightly out of breath but smiling brighter than ever. The studio lights reflect off the snowy decorations, creating a dreamy atmosphere that perfectly matches the mood. Their presence feels like the heart of the entire show. As the credits roll, they share one last glance, a quiet moment amidst all the laughter and noise. It's not dramatic or overly expressive, but it's real. And sometimes, that's what makes it unforgettable, the simple, genuine connection that shines through every playful moment they share.